Toyota just broke 70 years of tradition. They took the most trusted, most unbreakable, most boring but bulletproof vehicle on the planet and turned it into a monster. 457 horsepower, 790 newton-meters of torque. That's the most powerful LandCruiser Toyota has ever built in the entire history of this nameplate. Going all the way back to the 1950s, for most of your life, the LandCruiser has meant one thing: not speed, not power, not excitement. It has meant survival. It's the vehicle parked outside gas stations in the middle of nowhere. The one cattle stations run for 30 years without a single complaint. The vehicle mine cites trust with people's lives every single day. If you wanted thrills, you bought something else. If you wanted to still be alive and moving after crossing a desert with no roads, you bought a LandCruiser. That reputation took decades to build, and Toyota just risked all of it. Why would they do that? Why mess with a formula that's worked since the 1950s? Because the competition stopped playing nice. Here's something most people don't realize. The LandCruiser hasn't actually been the most powerful option in its class for a while now. The Nissan Patrol is coming back stronger than ever. Land Rover's Defender has turned into a genuine performance machine. Even Lexus, Toyota's own luxury brand, has been quietly outmuscling the LandCruiser with the LX600. Toyota watched all of this happen, and at some point, someone in a boardroom in Japan said, "Enough." So what did they build? Not a small upgrade. Not "we added a few extra horses" and called it a day. They built an entirely new engine and dropped it straight into the flagship. A twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 paired with an electric motor sitting right between the engine and a 10-speed automatic. On paper, that sounds like a normal hybrid setup. Here's where it stops being normal. Combined output, 457 horsepower and 790 newton-meters of torque. That's about 153 more horsepower than the current diesel. Quick question, if you had to guess, what do you think 0 to 60 feels like in a 6,000-pound off-roader with numbers like that? Drop your guess below. Because when journalists got early access to a pre-production model, one of them described flooring the accelerator as getting a hefty shove in the back. Words nobody has ever used to describe a LandCruiser before. In the history of this vehicle, this is not your dad's LandCruiser. Now here's a twist that genuinely surprised me when I dug into this. You'd assume a hybrid version means better fuel economy, right? That's literally what hybrids are for in every other car on the planet. Not here. The LandCruiser Hybrid officially uses more fuel than the diesel sitting next to it on the showroom floor. And Toyota isn't hiding it or apologizing for it because this was never built to save you money at the pump. Toyota is calling this a performance hybrid. And that word performance is doing all the heavy lifting in that sentence. This is the exact same hybrid system found in the Toyota Tundra pickup truck, a machine built for hauling, towing, and raw grunt. Toyota didn't engineer a delicate ecosystem for a luxury SUV. They took a truck's heart and transplanted it into their most iconic off-roader under 20 miles an hour. It can run purely on electric power. The second you go faster than that, the petrol engine takes over completely and never lets go. This isn't about being green. This is about instant torque, exactly when you need it most. Climbing a rock wall, dragging a boat out of the water, or towing 7,700 pounds up a hill without even noticing it's there. So here's the real question. Would you trade fuel economy for that kind of raw capability? Let me know in the comments, because Toyota is betting a huge number of you will say yes without even hesitating. But nothing comes free. And there are a couple of trade-offs. Toyota isn't putting on the billboard. The fuel tank actually shrank from 110 liters down to 9.8 because that battery pack has to live somewhere. And where did they put it? Right where the spare wheel used to sit, which means the spare tire got relocated and your cargo floor sits a little higher than it used to. But if you're the kind of LandCruiser owner who packs every inch of that boot for a month-long outback trip, these are the things you'll notice on day one. Now let's talk about the number that decides everything. The price, $156,060 before on-road costs. That's about $8,900 more than the equivalent diesel model. And it's not available across the whole lineup. Only 2 trims get it at launch. The Sahara ZX and the GR Sport. Both are 5-seaters only. No third row. At least not yet. So let's be brutally honest with each other for a second. What are you actually paying for here? More power, more weight, less fuel range, less cargo space, and a bill that's nearly $9,000 heavier? Is that a fair trade? Genuinely, I want to know what you think. Would you pay 9 grand extra for 153 more horsepower and instant torque, even knowing you're losing fuel range and boot space? Or does that number feel like Toyota pushing it too far? Here's my honest take. If towing is your life, if you're climbing terrain that would break a lesser vehicle, if you want the single most capable LandCruiser that has ever rolled off a production line, this isn't even a difficult decision. It's the obvious pick. But if you bought a LandCruiser because it sips fuel quietly and never asks for attention, this performance hybrid was never built with you in mind. And maybe that's the most fascinating part of this entire story. For the first time in the LandCruiser's history, Toyota built a version you actually have to choose for a reason, not just trust, because it's always been there. So here's my question for you before you go. Are you team diesel reliable, proven, no surprises? Or are you team hybrid, more power, more torque, and you're willing to pay for it? Comment below. I read every single one. And if you want to see exactly how this thing performs once it lands in showrooms, make sure you're subscribed, because we'll be there the moment it does.